Secrets of the Mimic, a brand new Five Nights at Freddy's game set to release June 13th, 2025. Here's everything you know about it as quickly as possible. Secrets of the Mimic is a new FnaF game which started development by Steelwood Studios in 2022, the same development team who created Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. Now what I can say is this game from the trailers and screenshots we have looks absolutely amazing. For those who want more games like Security Breach, it seems you may have gotten your wish because this game looks even better and inherits a completely new set of animatronics while keeping the free roam element fans loved. It is known from the demo that this game will follow a similar gameplay structure to Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, being a first-person horror exploration game. Players will need to explore environments, solve puzzles, and evade various threats, seemingly both in scripted chase sequence and in moment-to-moment gameplay. In the demo, the player is pursued by Jackie throughout the scripted chase sequences. As revealed in the gameplay trailer, there will be several animatronics present throughout the game, including the Mimic itself, which is seen to be hiding in mascot costumes. In this game, you're supposed to enter the abandoned workshop of Murray's costume manor and unravel the mystery left behind by the reclusive inventor. In Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic, you'll step into a world where every dark corner holds a secret and every flicker of light hints at an ever-present threat. Now, the company sent you out here because one of their contractors went missing. And I guess instead of actually giving two craps about the contractor himself, they just want their stuff back and the stuff that he was inventing, which includes the Mimic. They tell you it'll be an easy job, but we know from every other FNAF game, it probably won't be. From the trailers themselves, you can see a plethora of new animatronics like a creepy nurse-looking thing and an elephant, even some old animatronics including Monty and his original design, along with a different version of Music Man, and the Mimic who appears in FNAF books. We also get a ton of cool environments and new mechanics. Honestly, I couldn't be more excited. We also know there are chase scenes and we must climb and explore events. Now, the game will be released on all platforms, and a VR demo was shown at a PAX West event of what you can expect in this game. Except, they didn't let anyone see it. Yes, Steelers are being secretive with this game and are sort of feeding us crumbs. Now, creators like Daka were able to play the game, but they were only allowed to commentate and not actually show any footage, which, while disappointing, builds a suspense for the game even more. It's likely, however, the game will support VR aspects, but definitely not exclusively. So, if you don't have a headset, you don't have to panic yet. There's plenty of images though, including Jackie climbing a vent, a computer room, Music Man on the ceiling, and many others. The Mimic itself appears to be a creepy clown and it looks downright amazing. Now, it doesn't appear to have legs, so do with that info what you'd like. There's also plenty of posters teasing animatronics and showing Fazbear's Diner. It is unclear if this is the same Mimic from the Five Nights at Freddy's books, as it does take a similar appearance, but just like every game, it's most likely its own universe, even if they did take the Mimic's origin from the books and implement it into the game. The Mimic also appears to be a prequel to the other Five Nights at Freddy's games, being set in 1979, making it the earliest FNAF game. However, at the moment, it's just a theory, as Steelwoods has barely said anything on it, and we only have a handful of leaked images on it, the most interesting one being CCTV cameras from the game. After a ton of research, I managed to find the recountings of people who had played the demo, which I'll summarize here so you have more of an idea of what to expect. Now, the demo is broken up into two parts, the manager's office and the chase. The manager's office appears to be some sort of storage area where the player can see blueprints for Mr. Hippo and can look out a window into a factory. The player goes through a hole in the wall and cranks up Jackie, aka the Mimic's music box. Then the player goes through a gate which has slightly opened in a factory area with a conveyor belt and several posters. There's also a staff bot here, which I find interesting because if this is a prequel, it shows how advanced they were at the time, but also raises questions like why weren't any of these bots at other locations later. Apparently around this time, Jackie jumps out and hits the bot KOing the thing, causing a new hole to appear. You go down the conveyor belt as Jackie watches you, and then Jackie jump scares you. Right after this, the player is spawned in a narrow tunnel with pipes along the wall, and you can see Jackie crawling past the grate. The player gets in an elevator and Jackie proceeds to climb above you on grates, saying things like, "I found you," and "fun, showing exactly what kind of animatronic they are. Going up this staircase leads the player to another catwalk. Jackie shakes the catwalk from grates above the player as they run through the catwalk. Jackie slams her hand into the crate and breaks it. You can hear Jackie tries to grab you. You run away as Jackie tries to grab you. The player runs to the left. Jackie follows with her arms extended in front of the player, pulling yourself using pillars, saying, "It's birthday time," and laughing. At the end of the corridor, the floor falls, revealing a crawl space with metal grate ceiling. At some point in the crawl space, Jackie can be heard laughing in the distance. At the end, there's a metal gate with a lever next to it. Opening the gate leads to another crawl space. Jackie appears on the grate ceiling and slams her hands against it. The left side of the corridor has a yellow spring-lock arm and a hollow stitched-up golden elephant suit, described to be similar to Glitch Trap's suit. The head of the elephant, seen in ruin, can be seen in front of the golden suit. Progressing through the corridor leads to a dim room with a vent on the ceiling. The vent cover falls to the ground, and Jackie's arm extends out the vent. She exits and charges the player as they run to the lever next to the room in the corridor, slowly closing the gate, which fully closes on Jackie's head, leading her to get stuck. The player runs away, finding a conveyor belt with a large crate on it. Turning the conveyor belt on using a generator nearby moves the crate, revealing a vent that the player must crawl through. While crawling through the vent, the floor falls from the protagonist's weight, and they find themselves in a small, tall room. Now, guys, I won't lie, this does sound sort of similar to another game. Poppy Playtime, and Huggy Wuggy's chasing literally bar for bar. A music box starts to play, the same song from the Secret of the Mimic teaser trailer, and the player enters a large vent, which is opening, showing an office-like room, and a conveyor belt, cardboard boxes, closed gates, the elephant suit from Ruin. The right side shows a horrifying human cowboy suit with a long mustache and more boxes. Back in the vent at some point, a more damaged Jackie will appear in front of the player and will begin to crawl towards them. The weight breaks from the weight of Jackie, falls as you begin to slide down, and then Jackie jump scares you. After hearing this, many fans have been comparing it to Poppy Playtime, and many Many have been saying it's not anything like Poly Playtime outside of a factory setting. I do agree Poly Playtime does not own factories, but it was still a surprise to many fans, including myself, as originally appeared it would take place in a more carnival environment. Now in the CCTV leaked recording, it does show a carnival looking carousel, which suggests this factory is making items for Fall Fest. But this was everything I could find on the game, as condensed as possible for those who are interested but don't want to spend 30 minutes on a different video or 2 hours researching it for themselves. As someone who wasn't actually the biggest fan of Security Breach, I'm beyond excited for this game. Of course, the video on screen is recommended just for you.